Start your computations.
Hey guys, today I will be trying this 90s supermodel inspired makeup, which is super exciting because I love this era, so let's start it. I started by applying primer, of course. I used this Smashbox moisturizing primer and blend it with my fingers. Then I applied this foundation from NARS, and 90s models seem to have very glam yet somehow natural look, so I'm not gonna apply too much foundation so it doesn't look 2016-ish, you know what I mean? Even though this makeup is pretty glam, the key here is to make it look as effortless and natural as possible. Then I will of course apply some concealer. I use NARS in shade Custard. If you watch my other videos, you already know that this one is my favorite. I'm only gonna apply it to certain spots that will help me to conceal any unwanted shadows so that my face looks more lifted. To blend, I'm using this Smashbox 3-in-1 brush, which makes blending so easy for me because most of the times I'm very impatient and I end up not doing a great job, but with this brush it's so much easier. After that, I use my NARS Summer Night palette and notice how I contour my face. It's not a typical routine for me at all because usually I only focus under my cheekbones, but here I will also try to recreate the sharp jawline that models in 90s have. I contour downwards near my mouth. It's hard to explain, but I feel like once you see it, it's easier to understand. Just make sure to be precise and don't go contouring all over your face because it's important to leave some light areas for this to work. Now, as for the nose contouring, I like to use brushes like this one so that I have more control on how narrow I want my lines. So I draw this shape that looks funny now, but once I blend it, it will look better and my nose will look more defined. I use a blending sponge for more precise blending so that the product doesn't travel anywhere where it's not supposed to be, because you need the shadows only to be on the bridge of your nose. And then I apply some concealer to the sides of my nose. This is important in order to create the illusion of a more narrow nose. Also, to kind of visually lift my eyes, I contour my temple area in an upwards motion. As for the brows, in 90s, obviously people prefer thin eyebrows. In my case, it's just impossible, so I will just keep my eyebrows very simple, just brush them, and then apply some eyeshadow to the corners. And then I'm gonna add some powder under my eyes to set the concealer and also make my skin matte. For the eye makeup, I start by applying this light shimmer shade from Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. Then I take this small brush and apply gray shadow closer to my upper lash line to give the smoky base for the dark pencil that I will be applying soon. To give a little bit warmness to this look, I'm applying this light brown shade to my eyes from the same palette. I apply it to my crease area and blend it upwards, making sure that it doesn't get on my lid because the lid area should stay light. After that, I take a black pencil and start drawing a line. Usually I start from the outer corners, but for the 90s makeup we will be doing this classic eyeliner look that starts right from the inner corners and the wing is not too long. It doesn't have to be sharp or anything, just make sure it's not too dramatic. Then I'm gonna blend it a little bit for a more smoky, effortless look because as I said, in 90s people would like to make it seem very natural, as if they didn't try at all. Even though it might look a little bit messy, it has its own charm. To make the crease stand out even more, I will be applying some black liner on it and blending it with dark brown shadow. I'm also applying black pencil to my waterline, but only closer to the outer corners and right in the inner corners and outside. I'm leaving the center out so it doesn't look too heavy. For my cheekbones, I'm using this orangey color from the same Summer Nights palette from NARS. And no, this is not a NARS advertisement video, I just have a lot of products from NARS. And I'm only applying it under my cheekbone area for this 90s sculpted look. After that, I kind of decided to add some pearl colored shimmery shadow. I feel like this color was very trendy in 90s and I think it looks very great with this look. The final step for this eye makeup is mascara. Obviously, you can use any mascara because lashes are not that important in this look. The lips are the essential part of the 90s makeup and my lips are not very defined, so I'm using this pencil from Chanel to make the shape more obvious. Then I go ahead and start contouring my lip line, which is very important for this makeup. For the lip contouring, I'm using pencil from MAC in shade Strip Down. And to create a more sensual lip shape, I use this dark color pencil in the middle of my lip line, and you can pretty much use any dark color depending on the lipstick color you choose. Then I'm gonna use this light pencil again to make sure that my lip line is clear and sharp, and I'm also gonna use it on my lips to create this illusion of fuller lips. For my lipstick, I'm gonna use these two colors and mix them together. This palette is also from NARS, and it's important to try to make the contrast between the lip liner and the lipstick obvious so that it looks very 90s. Lastly, I decided to draw a little mole on my cheek, inspired by Cindy Crawford, of course. I think this adds some character to this look, but if you don't like it, you don't have to. I just think it looks pretty cool. And that's it for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If so, give it a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!